last class we have discussed arithmetic progression. What type of list of numbers are called arithmetic progression that we find out, and after that we are finding out nth term of the arithmetic progression. Today we will learn the sum of first n terms of the arithmetic progression. Before deriving the formula of sum of n terms of the arithmetic progression, let's take one small example. Here I have one series from 1 to 10 and someone asked me to add them up to 10. It is very easy series, we can add it very quickly. But then also I don't want to do in that way. So one process is there. With that process I can find out the sum of that series. Here if you look at the series, this 1 to 10, this series itself is an AP series. Because here first term is 1 and the common difference is also 1. Each term increases by 1. If I want the answer, then first of all I write down same series in different order. Suppose I am writing in the reverse order. Here in ascending order I have written, here I will write down descending order. So 10, after 10 I will write down 9, then 8, then 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Okay. After that, I will add each pair of terms. Here 1 and 10. First term I want to add. I will add. Then 2 plus 9 I will do. Then 3 plus 8 I will do. In this way, I will go on adding. So if I add, you look, if I add, how much I will get? 11. 1 plus 10 will be 11 plus 2 plus 9 also will be 11. Then 3 plus 8 will be 11. 4 plus 7 will be also 11. So what I am getting? Each term, first term in both series when I am adding, I am getting 11. Second, third, fourth, like this, all the terms I am getting same. The last also you know it is 11. Means that everywhere I am getting 11. Suppose now I want to add them. 11 plus 11 plus 11. Okay. Then last term also 11. If I want to add, very quickly I can say. Because here I know 1 to 10 how many terms are there. Definitely 10 terms. So 11 in this way, how many terms are there? 10 terms are there. So here I can say 10 times of 11s are there. 10 times of 11. So this answer will be very simple. Immediately I can say 110. But I don't want this. I want the sum of 1 to 10. So what I will do, I want to divide it. Why? Because in this sum, each term is counted 2 times. 2 times, here 3 also 2 times, 7 also 2 times, in this way. So here I want to divide 110 by 2, I will get 55. So 55 will be the answer of the sum of the series from 1 to 10. This series sum will be 55. So now by the same process I can find out the formula for sum of first n terms of an AP series. Suppose we will take the first term of the AP series is A and common difference is D. Then the series will be, first term will be A. As it is increases by D, so second term will be A plus D, third term will be A plus twice D. In this way, the last term, suppose we are thinking that there is n number of terms, then last term will be A plus n minus 1 D. So here we will apply the previous process only. Here we will write down, we organize all the terms in reverse order. We will write down first A plus n minus 1 D. Then second term we will write down A plus n minus 2 D. In this way the last term will be A. After that, if we add the corresponding values, then each time we will get twice A plus n minus 1 D. But if we think how many twice A plus n minus 1 D is there, definitely that a twice A plus n minus D also will be n times. So the sum of this twice A plus n minus 1 D will be n into twice A plus n minus 1 D. But actually we want the series of the AP, A plus D plus A plus twice D up to A plus n minus 1 D. So that series sum will be half of the sum, how much we are getting now. So the sum of our series will be n by 2, then in bracket twice A plus n minus 1 D. Now I will take one AP series and 3 questions related to this AP series. Now I will show to you. Find the sum of the series is suppose 2, 7, 12 dots are given up to 10 terms. We have to find the sum up to 10 terms. So definitely first of all we have to find out the first term of this series and the common difference. After that n value we will take 10 and then we will put all the values A, common difference D and n value in the formula of sum of first n terms of AP series. Second question is find the sum of the given series. There one thing we have to notice it, their last term is given. Here how many numbers of term are there, how many terms are there in the series, that thing is not given, but last term is given here. So indirectly it is told to us that we have to find out number of terms, means n value from this AP. So here first of all we have to find out first term, common difference, and the last term we will take as a nth term, and from the formula of nth term we can find out the value of n. After getting n value we will put all the values in the formula and we can find out the sum. Third question, how many terms of the AP this series must be taken to give a sum of 245. Here the last term is what? That is not given. If we know the last term, means like that, we come to know that we have to find out the position of this last term and we come to know how many terms are there. But here thing is different. Here total sum is given 245 and then you have to find out n value, how many terms are there. Here in the first question we have to find out first term 2, common difference is 7 minus 2, n term is, number of term is 10. Then here directly I am writing all the values in the formula. Once you can write down the formula, after that also you can put it. So S10 is equal to 10 by 2 in bracket, their formula is twice A plus n minus 1 D. So they are 2 into 2 plus 10 minus 1, D value is 5. After this we have 2-3 lines I have not written, directly I am writing the answer. So after simplification we will get 245. The sum up to 10 terms of the series is 245. In the second question, here last term is given, means if we find out the position of the last term, then we come to know how many terms are there. The first term is A equal to 2, common difference D. In this way you can find out common difference 5, and nth term let's take it as a 47, and then nth term is 47. So if we put in the formula of nth term 2 plus n minus 1 D means 5 there equal to 47. If we solve it, if 2 comes here it become 45, 5 if it divide become 9, then minus 1 if go that's a 10. In this way we have to solve it, then we will get n equal to 10. After that in the formula, this is the main formula, in this formula if we put all the values we will get the answer. In the third question, how many terms are there, where sum we know. So first of all again we have to find out first term 2, common difference is 5. In this way we can find out. And as we don't know how many terms are there, so we can think the sum of n terms equal to 245. So Sn equal to 245. After that we will write down the formula where here n is unknown. A and D is known, only n is unknown. So n by 2 in bracket 2 into 2 plus n minus 1 into 5 bracket close equal to 45 we can write. After that if we simplify it, then we will get one quadratic equation. 5n square minus n minus 490 equal to 0. After that we have to solve it by splitting middle term. Then we will get the middle term means 1 there. 50 minus 49 we have to write down. And after that we will get two factors of this quadratic equation. From these two factors we will get either x equal to minus 49 by 5, which is impossible because n is number of terms, so n cannot be fraction. So, or x equal to 10. So our required required number of terms will be 10 number of terms. Now look at this question. If the sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 49 and that of 17 terms is 289, find the sum of first n terms. Answer. Let the first term, as here the first term and common difference both is unknown. So we will take first term equal to A, first term be A and common difference be D. Here n sum of first 7th term is given 49. So if we apply the formula means S7 equal to 49 we can put, and then if we apply the formula of summation sum of first n terms, then we will get 7 by 2 in bracket twice A plus S7 minus 1D. So here 7 minus 1D I am writing directly 6D equal to 49. If you simplify this equation you will get A plus twice D equal to 7. Next 17 terms sum is equal to 289, that is given. So S17 is equal to 289. So again if we use the formula, then we will get 17 by 2 twice A plus 16D. 16 means 17 minus 1. So I am writing directly 16D equal to 289. If we simplify it, then again I will get one simple equation, that is A plus 80 equal to 70. So first one I am writing equation number 1 and second one I am writing equation number 2. Then equation number 1 if we subtract from equation number 2, 1 from 2 if we subtract, then we will get A will cancel and we will get 5D equal to 10. So it implies that D equal to 2. Then after getting the value of D, if we put the D value in equation number 1, here A plus 3 into 2, here means D is there, 2 I am writing equal to 7. Then if we simplify it, then I will get A equal to 1. After getting the value of A and D, now we have to put the value of A and D in this equation, because here written the sum of first n term is how much. When we put both the values here in place of A and D, then when we simplify we will get n into n, ultimately n square. So sum of n term is equal to n square in this question. Now look at this question. If the sum of the first n terms is 4n minus n square, what is the first term, common difference and nth term? Here given sum of first n term equal to 4n minus n square, means 4 minus n square is the expression of the sum of first n term, means Sn value. So that is why written Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. So if we want sum of first one term, what we will do, in place of n we will put 1. If we want sum of first two term, in place of 2 we will put 2. If we want the sum of first three term, then we put, in place of n we put 3. In this way someone if asks what is the sum of first 10 terms, then directly we can put in place of n 10. Then we will get the answer. Okay, here asking the first term, common difference and nth term. So after getting the sum, our work is not over. Here we have to find out first term, then common difference. Here you look the first term a1, I am writing directly s1 is equal to 3. And a2 when I am writing, then I have to subtract these two, s2 minus s1 I have written. One small example I will give you why I have written in this way. Suppose I am taking the series is a1, a2, a3, so on. S1 means sum of first n term, means it is a1 only, first term only. If I will write down s2, it means what? The first term plus second term together will be s2. If I write down s3, it means first three terms sum means a1 plus a2 plus a3. But if we want s2, then if we minus it, then I will get a2. You look, a2 equal to, if I do s2 minus s1 means a1 plus a2 minus a1. Ultimately you will get a2. Only because of this reason we are subtracting like that. S2 minus s1, then I will get a2 value. If this is not asking, only to explain it more I am writing the extra term a3. a3 equal to s3 minus s2. Then 3 minus 4 equal to minus 1. After that, easily we can find out common difference. Here common difference is minus 2. So similarly, if I want nth term, then I will write down an is equal to sn minus s suffix n minus 1. Okay, there you see a2 means s2, then minus s1, 2 minus 1. So here I am writing n and there n minus 1. So for Sn, I am writing this equation, means this formula, and for n minus 1, Sn minus 1. So in place of n, I am putting n minus 1, n minus 1. Okay. When you simplify it, you will get this type of long expression. After simplification, you will get 5 minus twice n. So this is the answer. Nth term is 5 minus twice n. First term is 3. Common difference is minus 2. So in this way, we can solve any problem related to this arithmetic progression. We have done today various type of questions, but some more questions you may get which are related to directly to our life. Some examples of life. So this type of question you will get in your textbook, and that question is also, if you read, you understand that these are related to this AP series, and you have to find out first term, common difference, sometimes n value, and then you have to find out sum. In this way you can solve. Thank you.